you ever woken up from a really vivid dream? You know, the feeling still kind of hangs around and you just wonder, what did that actually mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what if you could, decode those messages, the ones your subconscious seems to be sending every single night?
Yeah?
Well, today we're going to dive into that, into the fascinating world of dream decoding. Our aim is to give you some essential English vocabulary, some phrases, to help you understand your own inner world, maybe like never before.
It's so true. Dreams, they aren't just random static, are they? Or, just leftover bits from your day.
Right.
They often feel like whispers, maybe something important from your subconscious trying to get through.
Uh-huh.
So this deep dive, looking at the source material, it's kind of a shortcut, a way to understand those messages, but also, and this is crucial, to be able to talk about them clearly.
Okay, so let's start with this idea. Let's call it the language of the subconscious. We've all had those really potent dreams, haven't we?
Oh, definitely.
Flying, maybe, or that awful falling feeling.
Right.
Or being chased by something.
Yep. Common ones.
And you just know instinctively it's not just a random image. These often tap into something deeper, don't they? These common dream archetypes.
Precisely. And, most of us get the basic idea of symbolism, that a thing in a dream stands for something else.
Sure.
But the real exploration starts when we look at how personal these symbols can become, even within a shared archetype.
Okay, I was like, how?
Well, take flying. It often symbolizes freedom, liberation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the context is everything. Are you soaring effortlessly, or are you struggling to stay up?
Okay. Big difference.
Huge difference. That nuance changes the whole meaning. And then you have things like lucid dream.
Where you're dreaming.
Exactly. You're aware. And sometimes you can even influence what's happening. And that's not just, a cool trick. It can be a really powerful space for confronting fears or maybe working through problems.
Interesting.
And of course, there's the flip side, the nightmare. That really frightening dream that wakes you up. It's often just screaming for attention about anxieties or things left unresolved. So just by having these specific terms, symbolism, archetype, lucid dream, nightmare, it gives you a framework. You move past just saying, I had a weird dream, to something, more meaningful.
That makes a lot of sense. Because once you start identifying these things, the symbols, the feelings, the next step is wanting to talk about it, right?
Yeah, or just understand it better for yourself.
Or understand it better, yeah, or share it. And that's where having the right language, the right phrases becomes really important.
Definitely.
So let's move to that. We're calling this section Your Dream Dictionary, Practical English Phrases.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk about a dream, where do you start? What are some good ways in?
Okay, yeah. Well, you can start really simply. I had a vivid dream about, just state the main subject.
Okay.
Or last night I dreamt I was, and then describe the scenario. And when you're ready to kind of explore the meaning, phrases like, I think this dream represents are good.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe, I feel this dream signifies. Using feel connects it more to the emotion.
Right. And it's not just about describing, is it? It's about the questions, too.
Exactly. Asking yourself, or maybe someone else if you're sharing, what do you think that means? That's a core question.
Yeah.
Or focusing on the feeling. What feelings did that dream evoke in you? Or maybe noticing patterns. What themes have you noticed in your dreams lately? Especially if it's recurring.
That's a really good point. Moving past just the description, I had this dream once, I remember it vividly, where I was trying desperately to mail a letter, but every time I got near a mailbox, it would just disappear.
Oh, wow.
At the time, I just thought, weird dream. But later, I realized it was so obviously about a deadline I was completely putting off. My subconscious was practically yelling at me.
Yes, classic example.
So how would I phrase that connection using these kinds of tools we're talking about?
Okay, perfect. You could say something like, that recurring image of the disappearing mailbox. Well, I think it perfectly captured my waking anxiety about that deadline and the feeling of obstacles just popping up every time I tried to deal with it. Or maybe focus on the emotion. The intense frustration I felt in that dream directly mirrored my real-life procrastination.
I see. Yeah.
See how that connects the specific dream image and the feeling directly to your waking life. It's much more specific, much deeper than just saying, I felt anxious.
It really pins it down. Okay, so we have this vocabulary, these archetypes, these phrases. How do we really use them for unlocking personal insights through English? I guess the main idea is linking the dream stuff to real life.
That's exactly it. That's where the real value comes in. And what's really interesting, I think, is that the act of putting it into words, saying it out loud, or writing it down in English, that seems to help solidify the understanding. It helps process the emotion. You're taking something that's often quite slippery and elusive and giving it some form.
Making it tangible.
Yeah, exactly. So that feeling of flying easily in a dream maybe connects not just to freedom in general, but to, say, a specific feeling of release you got from finishing a tough project.
Okay, linking it specifically.
Or maybe escaping a situation that felt burdensome. And a key takeaway here for you listening is learning to journal your dreams effectively, using this vocabulary.
So not just writing down what happened.
Right, not just recording the plot, actively analyzing, asking those questions, looking for patterns over time, recurring symbols, recurring feelings. This can give you incredible insights.
Into what specifically?
Well, into your own growth, maybe highlighting issues you haven't consciously faced yet, or even sparking creative ideas for challenges you have in your waking life, things you didn't realize were connected.
So the act of actually articulating it, writing it, or saying it helps you process it instead of just letting that potential insight drift away when you wake up.
Precisely. It takes it from just a vague feeling and intuition and turns it into something more concrete, something you can potentially act on.
Right. Well, this whole exploration hopefully has given you a really powerful tool language itself to start digging into your own inner world. And remember, figuring out your dreams, being able to talk about them, it's not like a one-time thing, is it? It's more of a continuous journey. Self-awareness.
Absolutely. And if you think about the bigger picture, remember, your inner world is just this vast landscape, full of stuff waiting to be understood.
Yeah.
So don't stop exploring it, especially now you've got this tool, language, to help you navigate. We'd really encourage you. Keep a dream journal. Really practice using the English terms, the phrases we talked about. It can deepen your self-awareness in ways that might surprise you.
And there are other resources too, right? If people want to go deeper.
Oh, for sure. If you're curious, you can look into, say, classic texts. Carl Jung, for instance, wrote extensively on archetypes in the subconscious. Or there are even modern dream apps. They can help you track patterns and offer interpretations, though always take those with a grain of salt, make it personal.
Right. Make it relevant to your life.
Exactly. The key is just keep exploring.